From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Furniture and Mattress 86 is stocked with mattresses. Mattresses starting at $149. Try our 120-night trial. Mattresses come with a 20-year warranty. Up to 72 months, 0 interest. Free local delivery and pickup. Furniture and Mattress 86 on Merchant Avenue across from the post office in Reading. If you find it for less, you should buy it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger, and the Reading Rodeo is a little over a week away, folks. We've already got days that are sold out, so if you want to get to the rodeo on really any day at this point, you got to get to readingrodeo.com and purchase your tickets now because they are selling fast, folks. And, you know, the thing is, if you do end up missing out, you still have a chance because I have a ticket giveaway. All you have to do is email your entries to mkrueger@weathernorcal.com and you'll be entered. Of course, you got to include your name so I know what name when I do draw it. Also, another easy way is just go to weathernorcal.com and click on the contact section, click and fill out the form, and you'll be entered into the ticket. I'll be giving those tickets away early next week, so be on the lookout for that if you should enter. All right, take a look at the weather headlines. It's going to be the weaker winds today. It's definitely not as windy as it has been, but still breezy in some spots, especially for the west side of the valley. Now, I do expect a warming trend after a slight dip in our temperatures tomorrow, but a warming trend going into the weekend. The valley could reach the mid, maybe some upper 90s, but now I'm just kind of seeing more closer that is to the mid 90s. And then showers possibly by the end of the weekend and early next week. I'll look at that here in just a bit. But let's take a look at your neighborhood forecast at a quick glance here for the rest of the day today. I think some of us in the valley could touch 90 today. It's going to be a pretty warm day. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s for the higher elevations. And the typical cool spot will be on the coast, temperatures in the mid-60s there. So the area of low pressure, you can clearly see the clouds over the desert southwest, over the Four Corners region, right? You see that counterclockwise spin? That's the low pressure that's been working with high pressure over the eastern Pacific. It's been building in. And that's been giving us the gusty winds. Now what's happening is that low pressure moves off to the east. We start to see them kind of spread apart and the winds as a result begin to die down. But what we're seeing here are the calmer winds and eventually even the warmer temperatures. So let's take a look at the winds here today. A little breezy with those north winds here for the valley, but look at this. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, now we're looking at more of a south wind entering the picture here. A little breezy for your Wednesday afternoon, but still not quite as windy as it has been over the last few days. And much calmer winds are in the forecast here, taking you through the day on Thursday. All right, so let's take a look at the kind of the longer range. And, you know, we're going to see a few passing clouds over the next couple of days, but overall, mainly just some passing high clouds. Now, what you're looking at, if you look, you'll see there's an area of low pressure. See that dip in the jet stream, an area of low pressure that's moving closer to us. That could bring us a chance for showers, especially west of the valley for Sunday night into Monday. We've got that kind of dipping to the south. Temperatures are going to plummet, folks. We're going from about 90, mid-90s to possibly around 70, about a 20-degree drop, maybe even a 25-degree drop. I mean, it's going to be quite a drop in some areas here. Then we go into Tuesday. That low pressure looks to scoot on out of here. Now, the thing is, high pressure is going to try to build in, but you can see some of those disturbances to the north and west of that. I've got my eyes on that because that could potentially bring us more showers possibly by the middle and maybe even latter part of next week. That's not good because we were just talking about the Reading Rodeo, right? We want to keep it dry. It might be cooler, and that's the key. It should most likely be cooler. Rain at this point looks like it'll most likely mainly be confined in the higher elevations, but we can't rule out a passing sprinkle or a light shower. But again, we're a long ways out, folks. It's one of those stay tuned type of forecasts if you do have those outdoor plans or are planning on heading out to the Reading Rodeo next week. Temperatures are going to be around 90. I've got upper 80s, but some of us could touch 90. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s for the north and eastern mountains, but in Trinity County, mid-80s, mid to upper 80s inland. And for the coast, you're talking temperatures on average in the mid-60s, give or take. Now tonight, Temperatures in the low to mid 50s for the valley, 30s and 40s, really mainly 40s. Some of the cooler spots like El Terce at 38, 40 in Susanville, but you can see Mount Shasta City about 47 tonight, mid to upper 40s in Trinity County, upper 40s inland, and probably somewhere in the mid 40s with some clouds moving in tonight, by the way. I do expect some of that fog to work its way back into the coast late tonight and into tomorrow morning. So there's a look at your forecast for today. Breezy for Redding and Red Bluff, not so much in Chico. Still a little breezy there, but not as bad. And then I do expect temperatures to drop slightly Wednesday before climbing back up. Mid-90s, that's the peak of the warming trend, Friday and Saturday, and then temperatures plummet, as I mentioned, going into Sunday and especially for your Monday. The coast, you're dry through at least Saturday, maybe a chance for showers as early as Sunday. That'll go into Monday. That's also the case for the inland areas and for Trinity County as well. All right, let's take you off into the Siskiyou County, Modoc County, and the Eastern Mountains. Dry through most likely the weekend, but we've got a big drop in our temperatures going into Sunday, and even bigger drop on Monday with that chance for showers. That is your afternoon update. I'll be back again at 6 o'clock this evening with your latest forecast. Have a great afternoon.
Barr & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Barr & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Barr & Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.